Brazil, the largest country in South America, has a rich and complex history that spans centuries. The story of Brazil begins long before the arrival of European colonizers, with indigenous peoples inhabiting the land for thousands of years. These diverse groups, including the Tupinambá, Guarani, and Tupiniquim, lived off the land, hunting, fishing, and practicing agriculture. In 1500, Portuguese explorer Pedro Álvares Cabral landed on the shores of what is now Brazil, claiming the land for Portugal. The Portuguese quickly established a colony, exploiting the native population and resources for their own gain. The colony grew rapidly, fueled by the lucrative sugar trade and the forced labor of enslaved Africans. By the 17th century, Brazil had become the world's largest producer of sugar, with plantations stretching for miles along the coast. The Portuguese also began to expand their control inland, pushing further into the interior in search of gold and other valuable resources. This expansion led to conflicts with indigenous peoples, as well as with rival European powers such as the Dutch and the French. In 1808, the Portuguese royal family fled to Brazil to escape the Napoleonic Wars in Europe. This move had a profound impact on the colony, as it elevated Brazil to the status of a kingdom and allowed for greater autonomy from Portugal. In 1822, Brazil declared its independence from Portugal, with Dom Pedro I becoming the country's first emperor. The early years of Brazilian independence were marked by political instability and conflict. Dom Pedro I abdicated the throne in 1831, leaving his young son, Dom Pedro II, to rule as emperor. Dom Pedro II's reign was characterized by economic growth and modernization, as well as the abolition of slavery in 1888. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw Brazil undergo significant changes as the country transitioned from a monarchy to a republic. The new republic faced numerous challenges, including political corruption, economic inequality, and social unrest. In 1930, Getúlio Vargas seized power in a coup, ushering in a period of authoritarian rule that lasted for over 2 decades. Vargas's rule was marked by industrialization, urbanization, and social reforms, but also by censorship, repression, and human rights abuses. In 1964, the military staged another coup, overthrowing the civilian government and establishing a dictatorship that would last until 1985. During this period, Brazil experienced rapid economic growth, but at the cost of political freedom and civil liberties. In the late 20th century, Brazil began to transition to democracy, with free and fair elections held in 1989. Since then, Brazil has made significant progress in terms of political stability, economic development, and social welfare. The country has also emerged as a regional leader in Latin America, playing a key role in international affairs and global governance. Today, Brazil is a vibrant and diverse nation, with a population of over 200 million people. The country is known for its rich cultural heritage, including music, dance, and cuisine. Brazil is also home to some of the world's most biodiverse ecosystems, including the Amazon rainforest, which is vital to the health of the planet. Despite its many achievements, Brazil continues to face challenges, including poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. The country is also grappling with political corruption, crime, and social unrest. However, Brazilians remain resilient and optimistic, working together to build a better future for themselves and their country. In conclusion, the history of Brazil is a story of struggle and resilience, of conquest and resistance, of progress and setbacks. From its indigenous roots to its colonial past to its modern present, Brazil has undergone profound transformations that have shaped the nation we see today. As Brazil continues to navigate the complexities of the 21st century, it is clear that the country's history will continue to be written by the people who call it home.